Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for those who are watching us from home. Once again, we are here, of course, joined by KK and, of course, someone by the name Okonkwo. Now, first of all, KK, today our topic is about Dr. Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka's the plan of Uhuru Kenyatta and Musyoka in Azimio, plus many other things that are happening right now in the Kenya's political arena. For those who are watching us from home, thank you so much for creating time to follow us here today once again. Please, if you want to join us on the conversation, just pick the number on the screen here. It is 0740506234, and then text me on WhatsApp the word join, and then I'll send you the link to become part of us in the panel. Now, the WhatsApp is open. My computer here is ready to receive your text of join, and then I send you the link. Straight away, we get to the conversation. Now, Keki, asante sana. Okonkwo, thank you so much. I don't know why your camera is not on, but, but if you prefer it that way, it's fine. Now, to just brief you, KK.
Yeah.
We have had the Azimio team getting reconstituted, where Kalonzo Musyoka is the party leader, Uhuru Kenyatta is the chairperson of that particular arrangement of Azimio. Matiang'i has been joined there as a member of the council of the Azimio governing council. Many other parties like PNU have joined. So somehow Azimio is being revived. But now people are asking what could be the plan, because they are also saying that according to the rules of the Azimio team, it is that once you become the party leader, like now Kalonzo is, you're automatically the flag bearer. So is it that Uhuru Kenyatta has settled on Kalonzo as an agreement with Gachagua, or it is just a formality to just maybe revive the Azimio team? That's what we want to look at here on this particular channel. Excuse me. Please, on the comment section, engage us. If you want to join us on the panel, the number is 0740506234. Just text me the word join on WhatsApp. If you can't see the number, it is just right here. Mnaangalia tu hapa kwa screen yangu. Just pick the number, text me on WhatsApp the word join, and I'll be glad to have you people on board so that we get to engage each other and contribute constructively in relation to the topic of today. KK, thank you so much for creating time.
Thank you so much, Papa.
Okonkwo, are you there? Okonkwo? Am I right with the name? Now, yeah. Okonkwo is yet to be active. KK, what do you think is happening in Azimio?
Azimio, I don't know. Or truly Abel, I don't know what's happening in Azimio. Wewe ndio mchambuaji wa siasa kabisa. but from where mali mimi nimesimama. Naweza sema I think it was too early. It was too early kuanza kusema the way Gachagua said, hatutasema ni nani. They've arrived so early. So I think Gachagua was right. Let's take our time. Let's take our time, because kama sasa unaona venye Sifuna mambo inaenda, I don't think even by December Sifuna will be something to be talked about. Mchezo inarudi pale kwa Matiang'i.
So you stand, it is Matiang'i for 2027.
Ni kweli. Yeah, true.
Do you think Uhuru Kenyatta will be of essence in 2027?
Critical.
How?
Critical. Nimeona. I underestimated the idea, but nimeona hiyo kadi. I've seen the card from the distance.
What are you seeing?
Sasa tukisema sasa si watu opposition, sasa si watu wa serikali, si wata nini?
Ni maoni yako.
Hatutaki kuchanua watu wa serikali. Hawana idea.
Now, from the comment section, Enosh is saying that Uhuru Kenyatta anatudanganya. I'm to attack Uhuru Kenyatta because he's seeing Uhuru Kenyatta is behind the moves.
Nimeona. Gachagua ni foot soldier.
Oh, Gachagua ni foot soldier.
Ni kweli, nimeona hiyo kadi. Wapende wasipende, Matiang'i ndio flag bearer. Wacha tu niseme ni haribu.
Kama mbaya.
Ni mbaya. But that is the truth.
Now, if you look at the Azimio, they are saying that the flag bearer, or maybe the party leader is the flag bearer automatically. Now, and Matiang'i is a member. So, do you think Kalonzo will step down? Or he will be forced? Ama atanunuliwa?
Kalonzo, anyway, wacha tu tuseme tu kitu moja tu rahisi. Idai matter. Of course, Kalonzo ni mtu wa maana sana kwa sababu hizo namba zake, but even if hata Kalonzo akinunuliwa, either way, okay, hata kama atanunuliwa na kina pande ya opposition, it's okay, it's for the good, but in case anunuliwa na pande ile ingine, atanunuliwa yeye peke yake, and I'm saying this comfortably. I don't think it will work. Hii mambo ya kununua watu, it will not work, kwa sababu wananchi watabaki against Ruto.
Okay.
Where's beba wananchi? That one Mokwa, let me tell you, it's over. It's over. Even in Eldoret, or Rift Valley, they've refused. Ni mbaya. Even in Kisumu today, they've refused. Ni kama kuwa attached na Ruto ni shida. So
anakuletea laana ama watu
wanakuchukia, exactly. Kwa sababu amekuwa touch na pesa na corruption na everything. So anybody sees you supporting the government Ruto, wanakuona wewe ni mtu unawakula chini.
So
unachukiwa kabisa, cause public are suffering. Na Kenya waliambiwa ni ati waende watesa wananchi, make them poor, make them beg, make them be under your mercy, so that now we can rule you for 70 years. Lakini sasa unfortunately Kenya hiyo script haikushika. Tumezoea freedom yetu, tumezoea mambo mingi. As long as I'm poor, it's okay, but give me my peace. Tunajipenda kama nchi. It's not even about Mount Kenya. Imekata cross.
KK.
Yes.
You know, what I'm trying to, you said that Uhuru Kenyatta is very influential in the Mount Kenya region. Now, who will give direction in Mount Kenya?
It could be Uhuru.
Because, you know, the fact remains that as we get to 2027, Mlima will play a very important role because of the numbers. They give us courage, motivation, that William Ruto will be one term. Because when you remember, we first look at, you know, the Gusii, we've not been having a presidential candidate for quite some time. This is when we are going to make a trial after 22 years, actually 20 years. So we are yet to.
Nanda ukataza Abel kidogo. It's not about the Gusii have never had the presidency. It's about talk of Matiang'i. It's not about the Gusii, because Matiang'i kuwa presidency wa Kisii ni president.
No, I'm talking about the numbers. Like, listen to my point. KKIA. So I was saying.
Nimekushughulikia mapema pole.
So I was saying that the Mount Kenya numbers, they give us motivation from the sense that As opposition, we already have 5.2 million intact. You get the point? Intact. So this motivation that you have from Mount Kenya, it makes us get interested as well. Is Mount Kenya intact? Is Mount Kenya safe? You know? That's why we're asking, if Uhuru Kenyatta is calling shots in Azimio, is he the same person calling shots in the Mount Kenya region? So that we get motivated that vitu zinapangwa Uhuru Kenyatta na Gachagua MW. You get the point?
Yeah, I get your point. And that is why tunasemanga like walituona usiku na torch. Walituona usiku na torch. They don't, but they have finally agreed. Watu wajui wa Kikuyu. Hawajui. I'm past, sitaki kusema miaka yangu, but kuna kitu imekuwa kisemwa like nyinyi hamtujui. And it's true. People don't know Kikuyu at all. Tumepatiwa, tumebandikwa, tumefanywa, but that is not us. But this time round, watu watajua mlima ni nini.
Tell us, what are you guys going to do?
Our differences lazima ziweke kando. Assuming mlima ni kama family, so kuna wale watu wanakuanga na wivu. Your brother can be jealous, your cousin can be jealous, but hizo zote zitakuja kuisha by the end of this year. Wakati tunafika uchaguzi sasa, hapo sasa ndio mtaona sasa. We don't care, and I told you before, we don't care whether Matiang'i, whether that guy is called who? Sifuna or Kalonzo or whoever. Uzuri sisi tunajua kupima. Tunajua kupima. Proper.
Kupima kiongozi.
Ai, that one we know. Ai, yo na sasa hapo sasa ukitaka tukosane. Hapo sasa. Ati for the sake of kuondoa Ruto, itafika wakati hiyo story haitakuwa tena. Sasa itakuwa ni kupima. Wazee watakaa chini wapime. Na hata mimi nishapima nikaona nyewe huo mzee Matiang'i yako sawa.
Ako fiti.
Mimi ukiona nikisema Matiang'i yako sawa, I think there are other like 70 million Kikuyus seeing the same. Si lazima tupige kelele. Hapana. Ni kuangalia tu. We resonate with success.
Okay. We've been joined by Kevin Oyaro and of course Martin Wajama. Allow me start with Kevin. Kevin, karibu sana. Thank you so much for creating time to be here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, thank you so much, my brother.
Okay.
Though I'm late, I got the link a little bit late, but I'm here.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry I wanted to understand is what topic are you discussing? Of course, I have a clue. You're discussing something about politics, something about Murima, something about Matiang'i, Sifuna. So
now,
can you give me a better understanding?
The topic of today, it is Uhuru's plan with Kalonzo and Azimio. And I gave a summary at the beginning, and I told you guys that Kalonzo is officially the party leader of Azimio. Azimio is a coalition party that took Raila Amolo Odinga to the ballot back in 2022. And now, after Raila Amolo Odinga's demise, there was a vacuum that was left there where they didn't have the party leader. And Kalonzo officially became the party leader of the Azimio party, coalition party. Then the constitution of Azimio states that whoever is the party leader becomes the automatic flag bearer or presidential candidate. Now, Matiang'i joined the Azimio party today, coalition party, as actually he joined the Azimio governing council today. So we became a member there. So then we are asking, what could be happening? Is it that already they have decided or settled on Kalonzo Musyoka? Or what could be happening within the united opposition? Now we are asking for your opinion. Kevin, now, do you have any idea on that?
I've not heard about the news yet, but if that is true, in my opinion, I don't think Kalonzo Musyoka is good enough to take Ruto home. That one I'm very much convinced, in my opinion.
That's okay.
I think you said that in the Azimio constitution that when a person is the party leader, it becomes an automatic flag bearer. Is that true?
Yeah.
Then I guess we are cooked.
If Azimio is going to front
I don't think Kalonzo is good enough to lead the united opposition. In my opinion, I think somebody like Matiang'i can do that job very well, because Matiang'i, as you know, yani anajiita yeye ni mchapakazi, and tumeona chenye amefanya. We have seen what he has done when he was in the ministry of ile ilikuwa ya IT, alichange kila kitu. Yeye actually ndiye amefanya tunafanya hii podcast sahi, sijui ni podcast ama nini. Akakuja kwa education akatransform kabisa. Hiyo mwaka I think nilikuwa form 4 hiyo mwaka aliingia hiyo time, there was zero cheating. So I think somebody like that ndio anafaa kuwa kushikilia hapo, lakini Kalonzo amekuwa for government for many years, like huyu jamaa hata si like hata nini yake iko chini sana, rating yake iko chini sana, and kama wamemchagua I think hapo nao wamenifail kabisa. I expected somebody like hata Gachagua it could have been a better candidate compared to Kalonzo. So that's my opinion though.
Thank you so much, Kevin. That sounds amazing. Thank you so much. Nini Kevin? Nini KK?
A very honest opinion. That guy has really spoken out his heart. I mean,
KK,
ni kweli kabisa.
Now, I'm delighted to also welcome Martin Wajama. Martin, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Thank you so much for creating time to be here today. I hope you listened when I was giving the analogy of what happened in the Azimio coalition party. So please, what is your take on that?
I think Azimio is a dead vehicle.
Ongeza sauti. Ongeza sauti.
Azimio is a dead vehicle that should have died in 2022 and should never be in any conversation, in any political conversations in Kenya, heading into 2027.
So
it failed to deliver. And there is no change that has happened to bring the confidence that they can do the job right now. So basically it's a dead stuff.
So we should ignore them.
They shouldn't even be wasting their time on such a thing, on a thing like Azimio.
but lazima kutakuwa na coalition at the end of the day.
Yeah, kutakuwa na coalition.
Hakuna chama, sidhani kuna chama itaenda apart from UDA. Itaenda kwa ballot ikiwa UDA. I don't think kuna hakuwezi kosa, but the opponents watakuja kama coalition.
Watakuja kama coalition, sikatai. But the sole purpose ya Azimio was to capture power in 2022. They failed at that. So
Azimio itself is not a party. It's a coalition.
It's a coalition party.
Raila went to the ballot with Azimio.
It's a coalition
with
party.
Blue.
Yeah, it was a coalition party. However, its sole purpose was to capture power in 2022. They failed at that. Currently, they are not even intact the same way they were in 2022. The parties that constituted Azimio coalition party, some of them have already disassociated with them. For instance, ODM,
which went,
which was the biggest party in the coalition. So technically, if the biggest partner has left, that coalition party can no longer it ceases to make sense and ceases to exist.
Okay, so we should not consider Azimio as anything. Now look at this, Martin.
They cannot amount to anything.
Look at this.
Yes, they are.
It has Uhuru Kenyatta inside. Kalonzo Musyoka, who is very, very key in the opposition. Matiang'i has joined. Plus 2 other parties actually joined recently. Do you mean these people do nothing?
If they failed in 2022 when they were even much stronger, what can they do right now?
They didn't have Mount Kenya.
Comment on
okay.
They've not brought on board Mount Kenya into Azimio.
Mount Kenya now is in 1 term with them.
It's in 1 term, but it's not in Azimio.
I don't get his argument. Honestly, I don't get his argument. I'm trying.
What is he thinking?
It's not in Azimio coalition party. Okay. Up until the moment, the representative of Mount Kenya currently is Gachagua, without a doubt. Sindio? Jubilee as it is, it has nothing in Mount Kenya. They actually garnered 100 and something votes in Olkalau. So technically, they have no influence, virtually no influence in Mount Kenya. So up until Gachagua joins Azimio, that's when you can say Mount Kenya is now in Azimio la Umoja coalition. But before then, Azimio.
Ebel.
Yes. Let him finish his point. Martin, go ahead.
It's just time wasting stuff. They're just wasting their time there.
Okay.
Ebel.
Yes.
Ebu tafadhali muelezee mambo ya coalition. Ni kama elewi. Make him understand. I believe you're a good teacher.
KK, you tell me, what do you think from what he has just said?
Coalition is... Ebu muelezee coalition ni nini? Because I don't think he understands coalition ni nini.
Why? First of all, let me tell you who is this guy. This guy is a Gen Z, first of all.
Oh.
And he's from Olkalau constituency.
Naelewa. No, now I understand. Okay.
Now you understand, eh?
I understand, yeah.
Yeah, from Kalam constituency.
I understand.
Kevin, welcome back. Huh?
No. Asante.
Now, please share your opinion. What did you have to say in relation to Martin's reaction?
So I think as long as people can come together, the unite opposition under Azimio or under any coalition, I think they can make an impact. Wewe ujue wenye tunadai kutoa mtu. So anything that is working, hata kama ilikuwa imekufa itawaka, because people are so bitter. Wananchi hawajafurahi. We want to get that people. So as long as wanaweza kuja pamoja, I don't think wanaweza kuja under Azimio ama under anything. Under anything watakuwa na impact bado. Hiyo Azimio hata kama mmesema imekufa, I think walikuja pamoja vizuri hivi, waingie wote, kila mtu, all the united opposition wote tuingie huko. I think inaweza kuwa influential hata kushinda venye ilikuwa 2022. Because huwezi compare 2022 na sasa. Because 2022 kuna venye mtu alikuwa amedanganya watu. Hasla juu nini? Tutawainua kutoka juu kwenda chini. Yani juu chini kwenda juu. Sasa imekuwa juu kwenda chini. So I think impact mtu amekuwa nayo huyo anaitwa Ruto na venye wananchi wako bitter, I think anything can work for now. Anything. Hata kama ni mimi natengeneza coalition inaitwa Yaro, ita work. So I think that is my opinion.
Okay. Martin. Kevin is saying that Azimio will work. So long as people are dedicated to take William Ruto home, anything is okay.
Uskiki.
Siskiki?
Uskiki.
Oh, okay. Kevin, unasikia?
Nakusikia vizuri, loud and clear.
So, Martin, it's your side. Huh? Now, today, Kevin, today we saw some party, if you watch the news, particularly there was one for 9, we saw some parties from Mount Kenya rebelling against Rigathi Gachagua, that he does not speak on behalf of other parties and he should not own Mount Kenya region. What do you think might happen this time around in relation to Mount Kenya?
So I saw that too, and I think William Ruto is very desperate right now. He wants to use any avenue to make sure that the united opposition is divided. So I think William Ruto used, that guy is filthy rich. As we are speaking, that guy has money. So I think he would have brought some group of people, offered them money, and told them to rebel against Gachagua. So I think we know that. Everybody knows that is Ruto. So for my opinion, that was speaking, not that party or that group of people. With the antics of Ruto, we know how he works. Tunajua kora yake, tunajua hizo vitu tumezoea. Hizi miaka 4 hizo tumezoea zote. So I think that is Ruto. Ruto ni Ruto amepewa pesa kidogo. Hapo imeanza kubweka.
It's Kevin Oyaro.
Kevo.
Yeah.
Oh, Gen Z.
Yeah.
Wako sawa.
These are Gen Zs. Leo Gen Z unasikia
wameona kadi, wameona kadi. I like it.
So okay. We had okay, before I go to KK, Oyaro, do you know who actually was complaining? This was PNU party leader. This was PNU party leader Peter Munya, affiliated with the Matiang'i and the Jubilee Party, but is PNU party leader. Then we had Lenny Kivut from Jubilee Party, and then now we had Justin Muturi, DP party leader, complaining literally. Do you think those guys have been paid by William Ruto?
Yes.
So they are compromised.
Proper.
Okay.
So, in my opinion, I think they are doing that strategically. They are doing that strategically so that people like Ruto can think that the Mlima is getting divided, and in the end they will join. Join pamoja. I think mtu kama Justin, I don't think he can be compromised by Ruto. In my opinion, I don't think Justin Muturi can be compromised. So I think they are doing that strategically. Politics is a strategic game. So in my opinion, I think that is strategic.
Someone told me that Ruto can work with anyone except Gachagua.
Yeah. True.
Anyone except Gachagua.
Yeah, very true. Because as you had the Gen Z explain, hiyo ni biashara, and they are very patriotic people. Katika watu milioni moja ukosangi watu 5 wenye wezi yani like Gachagua, Benjamin Nanga Gachagua ni mtu ambaye he's pro people for the agenda. Ni mtu aelewi hiyo siasa inakuanga biashara aje. He didn't understand because anaamini kama wewe ni pastor unafaa kuwa na minister. It's a person who believes in such. Sasa yeye aelewi hizi vitu zingine ni nini hizo, like leo niko nasema 1 term, ati nikilipwa naweza sema 2 term, vitu kama hizo.
Okay.
But I like the thinking of the guy who talked. Yeah, siasa ni biashara tu, like any other business. And I think the guy is a businessman. Hebu muulize kama yeye ni mwanabiashara. Ameiona layout kama biashara kabisa.
Kevin, are you a businessman? Kevin, are you a businessman? It should be.
Yeah,
David.
he is.
David, are you there?
Yes. I'm there.
Thank you so much for creating time to be here today. Yeah, good. How are you?
I'm fine.
Please share with us your insights in relation to what is happening as Azimio.
Hello, David.
Mambo imechemka.
Salama, imechemka.
Siasa bado. Niwaambia wacha kuchemka saa hii. Siasa bado. Okay. Swali sitasikiza swali, nimeingia tu upload hata siku.
Today
kama siasa ni biashara.
Today we are talking about, the topic is, what is the plan of Uhuru Kenyatta and Kalonzo in Azimio? Yes.
You know, ile kitu mimi naweza sema nirejelee 2022 sababu nilikuwa more for Azimio than in Kenya Kwanza nini UDA. Uhuru Kenyatta understands Kalonzo more than anybody in opposition. So ile kitu anataka kufanya ni kubuy time kumanage Kalonzo, sababu kitu ya kwanza anajua in politics, first thing money, sinakwanga vitu tatu: first money, second money, third money. So number one, hata ukiwa na watu wenye wanakufuata in order na mimi nikuhusie wale wangu, si ni biashara? Mumesema siasa ni biashara. Si hata Martha Karua ako na wafuasi wale wanamfuata, ndiye akuja akuunge, sababu akikuunga ule mfuasi wake ataunga huyo. So you need to buy him or her first, uwekelee yake kwa mesa pa, na umuahidi kwamba utafund kampeni yake, ndio sasa wakubali. Sasa eti wamekubali kufanya nini? Kukuunga mkono. Hapo ndio Kalonzo alichipata 2022, sababu hakuwa na pesa, alikuwa na ushawishi. Huwezi kuombea Kalonzo na Martha Karua. So akaulizwa vitu tatu. Kitu ya kwanza money, kitu ya pili money, kitu ya tatu money, akasema ana. So kama unatoa, wanasemanga unatoa chamu. Yeye akapewa yenye alipewa 2022, yeye alinunuliwa, alilipwa, sababu ile sacrifice yenye alimake ni pesa alipewa, hiyo tunajua, lakini nini. So alinunuliwa, akasema kwa mara ingine mimi nimeunga ndugu yangu mkono.
You know, last time alisema it will be very stupid if he supports Raila Amolo Odinga for the third time.
Lakini unajua ukipata pesa inakufanya unakuwa mwerevu. Sasa inaweza kuwa maskini na tajiri venye wanafikiria is not the same. Ukipata pesa kuna venye unafikiria. Maybe hiyo wakati alikuwa mjinga juu hakuwa amepewa pesa. Kama Uhuru alimanage kupeana $500 million sipewe agents, unafikiria Kalonzo alipewa ngapi? So siasa ni biashara, wanasiasa wanajua ni biashara. So ule mwenye atawekelea stake kubwa ya pesa kwa meza ndiye ata call the day. Na usistuke hata Gachagua akinunuliwa na Uhuru. Ule mtu anaweza nunua kila mtu hapo ni Uhuru, tusidanganywe. Gachagua anajua nikienda huko niambie Uhuru, unaona chama yangu iko strong, sasa ile kitu ufanye fund makandidati wangu, alafu hapo hivyo tupange hii maneno na ampe pesa. Simple, mchezo imeisha. Siasa inakuanga hivyo. So kama una kitu ya kwanza, unaweza kuwa wewe una pesa, lakini uko na mtu mwenye amejitolea kukufund. Unaona kama Raila 2013 alifundiwa na Jimmy Wanjigi. You know, alikuwa na followers lakini akakosa pesa. So akaenda akapersuade Jimmy Wanjigi, akakuja akafund kampeni yake. So you need to have a sponsor.
Ndakubaliana
hata kama si Mkenya. Unaona Ruto alikuwa na pesa yake, lakini inakisiwa kwamba kuna pesa zingine alikuwa anapewa na nchi za kigeni. You see? Kwa hivyo unafaa kuwa pia uko na international network. Kwa opposition, nani ako na international network? Is only Uhuru. Sababu akichukua simu moja apige ile wanazika hivi, wanasema hello, mimi ni mtoto wa former first president of Kenya, anamsikiza. unasema nini? Tunataka fund campaign. So unapata anaitwa meeting. Unaona? So hiyo ndio mtazamo wangu, sababu kupanga siasa inahitaji resources, ambapo hata Gachagua hana. Unaona, hata Gachagua hana hiyo resources. Kuna kitu nilikutumia Mokua, huyu wa Mumbi alikuwa anasema, na hata alipea rasiti kwa TV peupe, alikuwa anamuomba pesa, akamwambia mimi sina pesa unaniomba. So alikuwa na persuade akuje ndiye ajaribu kumchangia, akamwambia hapana, mimi siwezi toka kwa UDA niingie kwako. So hata Gachagua na yeye ako biashara, unasikia kujoin hapo lazima upeleke, kuna pesa unaenda huko na nini, na hiyo nomination itafanyika. So it is a politics is business.
Okay. Okay. Yes, KK.
Yeah. And as much as business, I agree with David. But Uhuru Kenyatta mahali analeta utamu wa hii siasa, where now the cream is, where the milk cream is, ni ati Ruto can buy all those people. But here comes Uhuru, who can give you that 1 billion, and Ruto can come and give you 2 billion. Mimi rather nichukue ya Uhuru niondoke, kushinda nichukue ya Ruto yenye itanizika politically and everything. So nichukue hii ya Unye, at least najua I'll walk like a wanaitaka nani hao watu wale wazuri sana, what do you call them?
An angel.
An angel. You look like an angel but you've eaten. That is how now siasa ule mtu mwerevu anajua, lakini ukipata ule mtu atachukua yote, atazama nayo.
Alafu Mokua
mtu kama Sifuna hata akichukua, mtu kama Sifuna akichukua ya Uhuru, hata kama ndio Ruto atamwambia chukua hii 3 billion na Uhuru yakuja ampatie 1.5. I'm sure nani Sifuna atachukua hiyo 1.5 ya Uhuru.
Mokua KK amenikumbusha kitu. Unaona, kwa hiyo United Opposition kuna watu watatu hawezi nunulika. Huwezi nunua Uhuru achange msimamo sababu yeye ako na do. Huwezi nunua Matiang'i sababu Matiang'i ako sponsored na Uhuru. Yeye Uhuru ndiye anamsukuma akae hapo, kwa hivyo hawezi nunulika. Haya, Kenya Uhuru anamwambia kama Uhuru atanunuliwa, Matiang'i obvious ataenda kama ile ugali sosa. So kama Uhuru achanunuliwa, Matiang'i hawezi nunuliwa. Kuna mtu mwingine tena hawezi nunuliwa. Gachagua hawezi nunuliwa sababu ground amesha sema nini? Siasa ufanye hivyo, amesha sema Ruto ni mbaya, kwa hivyo hawezi enda.
Huyo hata ndio ungeanza naye, huyo ndio hawezi nunulika. Hapo sasa hata ndio ungeanza na hapo, alafu uende Uhuru, alafu uende Matiang'i.
So tumepaki na mtu mmoja. Kalonzo anaweza nunulika. Hiyo 100%.
Kalonzo na Sifuna.
Okay, Sifuna naye hawezi nunuliwa sababu unajua ni muyani. Sasa akinunuliwa siasa yake imeisha. Hiyo ndio imemfaini. Hawezi nunuliwa kwa saa hii sababu moment atanunuliwa political nini yake imeisha.
Lakini hata nikinunuliwa bilioni 1, kwa nini sasa nishinde nikitafutana na siasa? Unajua mkakufia huko mkisemanga sisi ndio Sifuna.
KK. Umeiona mtu anafuta sigara
kama mimi?
Hata ukimpea nini kama hajafuta sigara hawezi kuwa sawa. Na sigara ni shilingi 10. Sasa na mwanasiasa ni hivyo. Anaweza kuwa na mali yote. Si unaona Uhuru anafaa kupumzika saa hii? Si ni retired? Wako kwa siasa sababu ni kama pangi. Ikisa ingia kwa misipa lazima uitumie. So ako retired lakini anasikia anawashwa. Lazima ingie kwa hiyo politics ya
nimekuelewa. I know that feeling because I'm a smoker. So I know I agree with you.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, allow me welcome the other analyst, that is Ben. Karibu sana, good to have you once again today. Thank you for turning up once again to contribute. Please share your opinion. I don't know whether you've gotten the topic of today.
Yeah, I have gotten it because you have been talking about Azimio and about Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta and the OR group, which is supposed to be within the Azimio fraternity. When I look at Azimio, I can say that categorically that Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, I can call him a political dwarf. He's trying to play the same game now and again without him realizing that what he's doing is not going to give the result that he desires. Because if you look at Azimio, currently, as it is being constituted, it is very weak. Because people who are within the Azimio fraternity, you will find that most of them, they don't actually demand the respect of the country. Because if we look at 2022, we can say at that time, Azimio was very strong because it had Raila Amolo Odinga, a man who really was actually so much respected across the nation, a man who was getting votes across the nation, even including 1 million plus in the mountain. And therefore, by now, Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta playing that same game, and by him knowing very well that we don't have a man of the stature of Raila Amolo Odinga in that outfit. And I have seen some people coming up and saying that now Rigathi is there, and Rigathi has brought in what? The mountain. You cannot really equate the mountain which is being carried by Rigathi Gachagua with what Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga used to bring into the table in the 2022 presidential election. And that is why when I see what Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta is doing, and he wants probably to make Kalonzo to be the presidential aspirant of the Azimio coalition, then I can say that definitely they are actually going to be cooked again by William Samoei Arap Ruto. And there is something you have said about being bought and not being bought. Let me tell you today, even Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta can be bought. Because I always believe it can be bought. It can be bought in terms of trillion, in terms of million. And why am I saying though? Why am I saying so? Remember, Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta is one of the family which has very many enterprises, businesses across the country. And remember, when you have businesses across the country, somebody can sabotage your business and you will be gone. And that is why, if you have been seeing the way things are, why could Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta work with William Samoei Arap Ruto? Because currently we have people who have been brought into the government of William Samoei Arap Ruto vis-a-vis of what? Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. It is because of the interest. And when we look at the interest is money. That is what people don't know. Because if now, let's say, William Samoei Ruto says, I am going to accept with you your entire interest. I want you to deal with the business of money exclusively. I am going to allow you to have the monopoly of selling milk in Kenya. I am very sure Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta could look at what is going to get out of that. And that can be used to buy even Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. Remember, when we have something which is called government can finish somebody very easily, can finish businesses of a certain person. And therefore, we cannot really 100% say that Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, because he is rich or is having money, he cannot be bought. Remember, why is Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta in politics? He is in politics to make sure that he is able to keep his wealth and his family wealth. That means, in essence, he can be bought. Because if he's a person we can say a superpower person, remember, if Trump can also sometimes be given donation to run his campaign, who is about Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta? Is it because we know he's the richest person in Kenya? It is not like so. Ben, ask a question.
So, assuming you are Uhuru Kenyatta, you are William Ruto, why could you desire to buy Uhuru Kenyatta?
Why I can desire to buy Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta? I can buy him. So
assuming Uhuru Kenyatta, assuming Uhuru Kenyatta is as a price, and now you are running as president as William Ruto, why could you buy him? Why could you consider like you need to buy him?
Yeah.
Why I could do that? One, I can buy in terms of political strategy. Remember, like now, if we see the Azimio, the person who is carrying Azimio is Uhuru. I can buy him to confuse the Azimio, and at the end, I will win. I can tell him, I will give you this, make this group to be disorganized, and at the end, I will become the president of this republic, and I will entirely concur with your interest. I will help you because I'm the president, so that you can get all your interest. For example, I have said, look at the business of milk. Look at the business of tea. Remember, Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta has very many acreages of tea. He has a lot of companies dealing with milk. He has a lot of companies dealing with what? Dealing with the oil. So I can say I will leave you to do all of those interests of yours, but the only thing, make sure these people who are within Azimio, and I am giving that as an example, make these people to be even more confused, and at the end of it all, I divided them. So that is one way it can be bought. So when you say that any politician cannot be bought, I think that is being insane. And so I think that is not understanding. That is not understanding how politics works, and that is not understanding why that family called Uhuru still it is in politics. It is in politics to make sure that their interests are taken care of, and that is also another form of buying somebody. Don't look at buying somebody in terms of liquid money. Look at also taking care of somebody's interest. And that is why sometimes we can say, let us see, why do you think Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta want to bring in Matiang'i? Do you think they just want to bring in Matiang'i because they love Matiang'i? They are just looking at the interest. How can Matiang'i be able to keep their family interest? So we have to look at all those angles as politicians and as people who understand what politics is. So, in a nutshell, no person cannot be bought.
Okay.
You can never buy a Kikuyu. You can only rent one.
Okay. Bella.
Yes, Mokwa.
Nice to see you after an hour of the show.
Mambo ni mengi we.
You understand Western sahi kumechemka.
Mambo imechemka vibaya sana.
Have you managed to see our topic today, how to hear about it?
Sorry?
Have you managed to see somewhere where we've written something to do with our topic today?
Ebu nikumbushe, nimeingia tu.
Okay. Now, Azimio is being revived by Uhuru Kenyatta. Kalonzo already is the party leader. Matiang'i has joined the governing council. We've had some other two parties coming on board, like now, the party of Munya, that is PNU. It has also joined the Azimio coalition. Now, Kalonzo being the party leader, officially, the constitution of Azimio puts him to be the official flag bearer of that particular coalition party. Now, do you think they're heading anywhere? Or what do you think they're up to?
I don't think they're heading anywhere. Azimio is just as dead as what can I say? Hakuna mahali penye wanaenda, because you can see currently when you look at the Gen Z first, they're tired of the old guards. They want a new change. Like, let's say, for example, the young tax, like they want people who can transform this country, people coming with new ideas, vitu kama hizo. Na ukiangalia with Azimio, it's imejaza watu wenye I can call them lazy. Like, they don't have charisma. They don't have that political mobilization power. They don't have that reason, like they can give, wanaweza patia watu reason ya kuamka asubuhi na kuwapigia kura. Na hata kama ilikuwa lazima Azimio ikue fronted, maybe I could think maybe they would have rebranded it in such a way like ionekane it is a new thing. Unaona? Sasa yenye bado wanashinda kutuambia Azimio yenye walikuwa wanataka power hata yenyewe ikakosekana, wengine wakatoka. And I don't know the reason why Martha Karua alitoka kwa Azimio. DAP pia ikakuja ikatoka. Saizi ndo sasa wanataka kurudi. What has changed? It's just like pushing an old car kwa mlima. Like haiwezi enda. It will be so hard to sell Azimio to the people of Kenya currently. So mimi sioni mali wanaenda. And somehow ninaona it's like Kalonzo venye like ameona ni kama Rigathi Gachagua hawezi mbeba mpaka mwisho, so he's trying to find an exit route, ajifiche huku kwingine, wako at least with other parties, ndio aonekane he's the party leader. That is how I'm seeing it, you know. But it is composed of lazy politicians anyway. That's what I can say.
Lazy politicians.
Yeah.
Let me check the comment section and hear the people are saying. Evangelist Jared Mangera is saying, uko sawa ndugu mkua. Enosh Mokwe is saying that keke anatudanganya.
Nani anatudanganya keke? Keke, kwani keke ulisema nini? Unadanganya watu while I was away.
While you were away, I don't know what I danganya the people.
Nathan TV is saying that Nikunoma, meaning she's following the conversation. Enosh Mokwa still adds by saying 2027 kutakuwa. Okay, I am assuming he meant that 2027 mtakuwa hapa mkicheka watu. Oh, okay. 2027 itakuwa hapa nikicheka watu. In case Matiang'i apite urais, hawezi maliza kiti hata miaka 2 kama hajakuwa
impeached.
Okay.
My thinking was, other than reviving Azimio la Umoja, this other, okay, Rigathi amelock Mount Kenya, you know? So maybe I was seeing with this wave of Linda Mwananchi, and majority of the Kenyans are resonating with Linda Mwananchi, maybe wange align to that movement and then they come with a new coalition ya kubeba hizo mapati zote maybe. But ya kusema Azimio la Umoja, sijui kitu yenye ilikufa hata haikupeana power 2022. And then it is coming here again if they want power in 2027. Keke, I'm pained because you know the way he supported Raila kutoka nianze kupiga kura.
Yeah, I understand. But you see, Raila was running under ODM.
Yes.
Jubilee, Uhuru was kwa Jubilee.
Yes.
Unasikia hao kina sijui DP kina nani wote, those were coalitions. So Azimio la Umoja is not a party.
It's a coalition party.
It's a coalition party. Na ndio unaona serikali inaogopa sana when all the parties collide. When they collide, they will send away that UDA very fast. Because sasa hapa tutakuwa tunapigana na ODM, tutakuwa tunapigana na sijui Jubilee, tutakuwa tunapigana na coalition. We are under one umbrella that will send off Kasongo's UDA party. Kwa sababu Kasongo haezi kuwa na coalition ya anybody.
Now you can imagine KK.
You can imagine yake.
Now you can imagine hiyo coalition kama Azimio la Umoja and then Kalonzo Musyoka is the party leader. Kuisha sisi. No, it's
not even about Kalonzo the party leader. It's about who's the presidential candidate. Hiyo Azimio ikuangi ati sijui nani party leader. Hapana, kila mtu ni party leader wake. Yeye ni party leader wa Wiper, Gachagua ni party leader wa DCP, Uhuru ni wa Jubilee, hivyo. Munya ni wa DP, hivyo.
But sasa unasikia KK?
It is for election purposes.
KK. Nikukosea hapo kidogo. Kalonzo is the party leader of Azimio coalition.
Yes. Na question ya Azimio la Umoja inasema kama wewe ndio party leader wa that coalition, automatically you get that ticket to run for presidential.
Mera kidogo.
Yes.
Labda nirudi kwa research.
Wacha nikuambie mimi nilikuwa Azimio. Wacha nikuambie ukiresearch. Raila hakusimama na ODM. Alikuwa party leader wa ODM lakini alisimama na Azimio. ODM ilikuwa one of the affiliated, waliweka 21 parties pamoja. Ndio zikamake Azimio coalition. Ambapo akina huyu Maendeleo Chapchap ako kwa serikali lakini hawajajiondoa rasmi. Akina Kingi waliingia kwa serikali lakini hawajajiondoa. Ukienda kwa political party zao siko kwa Azimio. Lakini venye sasa power inafanya ukandamizaji wakaingia bila kuexit. So hapo ndio nilikuwa na collectify nikikwambia Kalonzo alichukua, unajua Uhuru ako strategic. Aliona ule the senior most politician mwenye anaweza fuata Raila, akaona ni Kalonzo, ndiye asilalamika. Unajua angechagua mtu mwingine Kalonzo angetoroka. So anampea hiyo kiti aone is the senior most, akuwe party leader wa Azimio, akalipresi Raila sababu Raila aliaga. So ile kitu wanajaribu kufanya, hata ukiangalia kwa historia ya siasa, mwezi rudia ni moja. Hata Uhuru walianza na TNN na URP, wakakuja wakaziweka pamoja, wakaleta Jubilee. Amwezi kuenda re-election ama next election na Azimio tena. Hiyo ni nani? Kalonzo amewekwa hapo akuwe managed. Sasa watakuja kutengeneza coalition, atapata hata yeye si party leader. Hata kama ataweka party leader, watasema kuna ile clause, watasema si lazima party leader asimame. Mtu yoyote anasimama. Unaona hiyo clause venye wata change. Saa hii clause ya Azimio inasema party leader ndiye anaweza simama, lakini hiyo muungano wanaweza watakuja kutengeneza, wanasema it is not nini mandatory ya kwamba ukue party leader ndio usimame. Naelewa. Number 2, nataka kuchallenge huyu ndugu yangu amesema huyu anaitwa Ben Uhuru eti yako na companies many companies of nini milk. Hebu tunaemie companies za Uhuru za milk unajua?
Brookside.
You want me to name for you companies?
Companies.
We have Brookside. We have Brookside. We have Brookside. I was not saying that you are gonna different companies. I was saying it can enjoy the monopoly of that. Are you getting it? The monopoly. That is what I really meant. You took my word out of context. It's about the monopoly. It's like time. Okay, I have corrected myself so that you get it. I have corrected myself so that at least you get the message. It is about the monopoly.
Hapo ndio nilikuwa nimeshindwa. Ulisema mimi ndio KK. Ulisikia aje alisema Uhuru as companies of milk.
I have corrected
himself
so that you get it.
Now, so allow me guys, allow me go to the comment section, because already 1 hour, we have hit 1 hour, which is the time that we are supposed to be online. Allow me check what people are saying on the comment section. Simon Mwambi is saying that Kalonzo Musyoka is the best for this country. These people of Kalonzo, I would like you guys to come on board. You have a plot from here. Tell us how Kalonzo is good. When you tell us he's the best, you need to come on board and tell us this is how this guy is the best. So he has written, Kalonzo Musyoka is the best for this country. Ruto ni mwongo mkuu. Okay. That's Simon. Then we are going to check James Mutongo is saying that there will be another coalition which will involve Linda Mwananchi, Azimio, and any other coalition to make a coalition party. Okay. What if Matiang'i and Kalonzo joins Linda Mwananchi? What do you think?
Exactly. That is what I also said. Because currently the wave right now is Linda Mwananchi. It is a movement. What if even Matiang'i decides to join Linda Mwananchi? What is the problem about that? Why should they revive this?
There's a big problem. There's a big problem.
Which problem, Okwa?
If Matiang'i goes to Linda Mwananchi, then automatically he works under the wings of Sifuna, which doesn't make sense.
They can agree from there.
Sifuna already, without any endorsement, is the leader there. So imagine, Matiang'i, if he goes there, Kalonzo, all of them under Sifuna. Well,
Sifuna is not that selfish. I don't believe Sifuna is that selfish. I know. He can convince people otherwise.
Wakae kama Onyonga.
Onyonga saizi anaimba tu Sifuna.
Ndugu yangu mdogo.
Let us ask this question. In Azimio, do we have somebody who has the capacity of Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga, who we can say that he attracts votes across the Republic of Kenya, and it is known? Because if you look at the Azimio now, we have people who have very small percentage, as low as 15, as low as 16. And that means it is going to be very difficult for those votes to be consolidated, because once we have people who are actually in pits, it means we also have a bigger percentage of people who can actually move out of Azimio simply because their candidate has been rejected. So I want some of them to tell us, how can Azimio be able to consolidate those small numbers? How can they consolidate them? Because now, if, for example, we have Matiang'i from the Gusii Nyanza, and Matiang'i, if is not on the ballot, do you know that people from the Gusii nation, that percentage of Matiang'i from the Gusii nation, we are going to have some of the people actually moving out of Matiang'i and probably joining Simba Arati. And sometimes it might happen the same with the Mimi Sifuna group.
Yeah.
If Sifuna is not going to be the running mate, and not the running mate, is going to not to be the presidential candidate, it can also happen the same even to somebody like what? Somebody like Kalonzo, and it may be worse because Kalonzo has always a block which he commands. And then we find that Kalonzo is not a presidential candidate in the Azimio. So Azimio is actually problematic. And I am very sure, even a person of the stature of Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, by now he is really aware of that there is a big problem, and probably now is micromanaging them, so that at least he can see which is the best option we can get out of that.
So you think we can go to elections without Azimio?
I am not saying that we can not, or we can. What I'm saying is that the opposition could have looked for a better way of getting a presidential candidate, and they must involve the people. And again, the presence of Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta is actually choking the opposition. I don't see why Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta should be at the forefront, while knowing historically a former president cannot actually command or cannot actually entice people to vote for the side he really supports. I think it was to be more brilliant if Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta could have stepped back and probably to work from the background. Acha wengine wangangane, awambie look for the best formula. Let me take my side as what? As a person who is a retired president. But in terms of finance, I can see how I can help you. That could have served well. Because remember now, when we see Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta actually involving in active politics of opposition, we fail to understand, is Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta the person who is commanding the opposition? And if we elect somebody from that coalition, does that mean that somebody is going to work under the instructions of Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta? And when smart people think up to that level, they will always say, we are going to reject your what? Your man, the person who you are going to propose as a presidential candidate cannot pass. And I think that is why even Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga didn't pass. Because if you see what Raila brought to Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga is actually negligible. Raila could have run alone.
You mean what Uhuru brought to Raila Amolo Odinga was negligible?
It was negligible.
How?
Okay, look at the past and see how. Look at is it 2 or 7? Look at the kind of votes Raila was able to get with William Samoei Ruto. And look at the votes which he was able to get with what? With Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. Because many people thought by the presence of Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, the mountain was going to vote 100% behind Raila Amolo Odinga. But they never did that. And that means...
Ben, if there's a time Raila Amolo Odinga himself messed up, it is the 2022 general elections.
How did he mess up?
Usually, Raila Amolo Odinga, we all know that he had almost half of the country without Mount Kenya.
Yes.
Without Mount Kenya.
I agree.
So, what was expected is that Raila Amolo Odinga was to add the Mount Kenya votes to his pre-existing ones.
And he becomes the president.
Becomes the president.
Yes.
Now, where did Raila Amolo Odinga lose the votes?
It's because he trusted Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta.
No.
He thought.
Get my question right. Get my question right. Wait, get my question right. Where, not how, but where did Uhuru Kenyatta, where did Raila Amolo Odinga lose the votes?
It's because he thought Uhuru is bringing the votes.
No, you're not. My question is where?
By being relaxed. He relaxed and thought the votes from
where he lost his votes. In Nyanza, there was a 68% turnout.
That is what
wait first.
I'm telling you.
No, let me finish up. In Nyanza, there was 68% turnout when their son is actually closest to being the president. 700,000 people did not vote.
And
how do you blame Uhuru Kenyatta in that?
I blame Uhuru Kenyatta because 16% of the Luo nation could not have made the person we call Raila Amolo Odinga to be the president because he had been promised that now you are with the deep state, that now you are going to get the entire mountain.
No, you see,
historically, if you look at the way the Luo nation votes, they have never voted beyond 80%.
And you expect the Kikuyu nation, to vote for Raila 100%?
They never voted even for 50%.
We did 50%. We did. Look at this.
We expected even 30%.
Raila Amolo Odinga has been getting 6 million votes in every general elections that he has been holding, 2013, 2017, and also now in 2022. Now, if the Mount Kenya has added 1 million to your side, what more did you want to become the president? Just to ensure that you keep your votes and your strongholds intact. Sindio? Which Raila did not. Let me give you an example because now here, I think now you guys are blaming Uhuru Kenyatta. Look at this. You find, let me tell you, you find Ali Hassan Joho with Raila Amolo Odinga in Kisumu campaigning. What votes is Ali Hassan Joho adding to Raila Amolo Odinga in Kisumu? While you are leaving William Ruto at the coast, moving around with Mohamed Ali Jijopev, making William Ruto to get 40% from the coastal region. Regardless of being in Luo Nyanza with Raila, they could not tell the people to come out and register and vote.
That one is understandable. But let us also look it from another side.
Which side?
You have a partner who has come in. And this partner
has given you 1 million votes.
is bringing for you, let's say, 20,000 shillings. But if you do the proper campaigning from your side, you will only add, let us say, 5,000. Don't you think it is normal for a person to feel because somebody is bringing 20,000 shillings? Why am I looking for this?
The moment you use the word proper, use the word proper, then the person to blame it is Raila, not Uhuru.
But
Uhuru Kenyatta brought his share. If Raila could have kept his strongholds intact.
But Ruka normally things work.
Then the 1 million from Central Kenya could have made the president.
Alafu wa protect votes pia. Walipe agents.
Then if you check well, William Ruto beat Raila Amolo Odinga by how many votes? 200 and something thousand.
Very, very few.
And Luo Nyanza did not vote. Luo Nyanza 700,000 did not vote.
Imagine if the Kikuyu nation could have brought 30%, could we even today be talking about what you are talking?
Between the Kikuyu nation bringing 30% and Luo Nyanza bringing 700,000 votes, which one could have been easier?
It's the Kikuyu nation, because they have more. They have more. Bringing 30%. Bringing 30% is easier. Ask KK. What did they do to Raila Amolo Odinga?
Uhuru brought enough.
Uhuru alijaribu.
That was not enough.
That was a miracle.
What was the percentage?
That was a miracle.
Why are you saying it was a miracle?
1 million votes plus 6 what Raila Amolo Odinga received in 2020.
Yeah, Raila. That was a miracle. Hata mimi nilishangaa.
KK, are you telling us the Kikuyu are exceptional in this nation?
No.
That is what you are trying to tell us.
No. Ben, what I
want us also to do is to understand from another side. Let us not look at things at one side. I can agree with what you have said, but also let us be people who are who also look at another perspective.
When the Mount Kenya people present a presidential candidate, when Mount Kenya presented a presidential candidate back in 2017, you saw the turnout. They led by example. Like we have a son, we are bringing on board.
Remember the history.
No, I know the history. No, it's okay.
The history will always be when we look at the history. Remember who were the first people to test power? Who were the first?
No, Siboga, you are taking us too far. You are taking us too far. We are trying to argue about 2022, where you guys are blaming Uhuru Kenyatta, and I'm here to make it clear to you that Uhuru Kenyatta gave Raila Amolo Odinga an additional 1 million votes to make him president. Then the Luos did not turn up in. Wait, then 700,000. Goja, 700,000 Luos did not turn out to vote for Raila. Then you blame Kikuyu.
I am agreeing with you. Let us say now that is a fact. What will be different now? If that is a fact.
Different on what? Like now, what I'm trying to say, you expect the mountain
what will be different?
No, you expect the Mount Kenya to act extraordinarily when supporting Raila Amolo Odinga, and the Luo Nyanza to act ordinarily. It cannot be that way. The Luo Nyanza was to turn out.
Yeah.
No, that one I have accepted. But what I'm telling you, if
remove the Mount Kenya vote. Remove the Mount Kenya vote. 1 million.
If we want to look at things from that angle, what will happen different now with Mount Kenya? Because it's still Mount Kenya can bring people together, and they can say you are too lazy. The same way Gachagua is saying.
Mount Kenya,
because that is the ball game.
Let me tell you, for Gachagua to be at the ballot, or Mount Kenya to present a candidate at the ballot, there are some conditions that must prevail. Number one, the opposition leaders first not to agree who becomes the flag bearer. Then they decide kila mtu ajitembeze. Mount Kenya cannot just remain vacant. They will also present their candidate. That's one. Number two, if the opposition people remain the way they are, none of them is very active and aggressive politically. Because you can't tell me the kind of efforts that are being put in the Mount Kenya region, then you guys are seated somewhere, not even mobilizing and consolidating your backyards. Then expect Gachagua to come and say, okay, we don't care whether you consolidate your people or not. Either way, have your 5.2, our 5.2 million votes. To be honest, we must be realistic on this. If these leaders will keep, wait, I give you the conditions. If these leaders from opposition, like now, Kalonzo has never held a rally, will be dormant. Then
do you think
let's
Kalonzo will achieve that?
Candidate, and let us not call them selfish. Number three condition.
Do you think Kalonzo will achieve that? Those conditions will Kalonzo
now
achieve
them? If he does not achieve, let nobody blame on Kenya. Let no one blame on Kenya because people have to be serious. They can if they want.
And that's why I'm telling you, the opposition is problematic.
The third condition. The third condition, it is where the William Ruto's war of 41 against 1 becomes successful. And now the mountain will reach a point and say, okay, if that's the case, then we need to defend ourselves. Those are the three conditions that will make the Mount Kenya people to present a presidential candidate.
That is why I've told you there is a big problem with the opposition. That house, which we call opposition, is going to have my paper here today. I can't get it. As we head towards the election.
Right now.
Yeah. As we head towards the election, opposition is going to be more mixed up. And even we are going to have new entry of presidential aspirant. That is likely to happen again. And that is why William Samoei Ruto might be smiling. And also remember there is this factor of NIS. NIS is not asleep. It is sometimes you may find it's also working within the opposition, the opposition group. So I am not really seeing a miracle Uhuru and the group is going to do so that it can defeat William Samoei Ruto.
Kevin, you have a point to share with us? All right, Kevin had disappeared. Allow me to read the comment section. Someone has notified me to read the comment section on what people are saying. Eliza is saying that Uhuru will have a big say on who Mount Kenya will vote for. As it is now, Mount Kenya plus Kambas Kisses will be in one basket. Then we have Margaret Omambia is saying that even if Sifuna stand for presidential, he cannot win because he does not have what? Experience. So Matiang'i can do excellency, can do an excellent job. Nice. Okay. Then we have notification headquarters. Bella, do you know who is that?
No.
Notification
headquarters. That is Podium 254.
Oh, okay.
There are some, and then there's some comments. Najantumia link. Najaniomba link. Okay.
Gen Z.
That the Gen Z.
Yeah, nimemkumbuka. Podium.
Amepotea.
Now,
Podium 254.
Yeah.
Bella, please send me the link Google comment section. We cannot post the link at the comment section because of one simple big mistake. Last time to post Apple, you guys remember what happened to our channel.
Yeah.
So please, Podium 254. I've sent you the link in the inbox on WhatsApp. Both WhatsApps, and none of them has been delivered. So, usijificha kwa comment section. Paste link huku. No.
Na by this Podium 254 alikuwa ile time tukikuwa na hiyo nini, whatever the thing. So I think we were live with him, right?
I don't remember, but I think
yes,
he was.
He was.
Kalonzo Musyoka is the best for this country. Ruto ni mkora, mwongo, mkubwa. One problem I have with the people of Kalonzo. I've never gotten a Kalonzo fan on this particular platform. And there are so many at the comment section. I've never gotten even one to come and...
I think many say Kalonzo because like he's a veteran politician, and then Pia he has been in politics for the longest time possible, and I think he's
that is your opinion, which is fine.
Yeah.
I want Kalonzo, you are Sifunated and Matianginated. I want now Kalonzo-nated people to speak. I want to hear Kalonzo person telling us why is Kalonzo the best. Sijaisikia hata mmoja, hata Kalonzo mwenyewe hajaongea kama yeye ni the best. Okay, I think I've read all the comments at the comment section, and okay, Sifuna is the next president of Kenya. Jemwa 1982. This is one guy who never fails to comment in any video that I do. Thank you so much, bro, for always creating time to be here. Jeremiah Murimi is saying, Uhuru, as the coach, expect the unexpected. Ruto must go. See, Bella, let me tell you about this Jemwa 1982. This one guy, I tried to have the picture of him if I meet him on the road. He's a very quiet guy. You can even say hi and he will just wave and walk away. Why am I saying so? He comes to the comment section, he just says, Ruto must go. Then he goes. He never says he goes. Even if I'm talking about the US, the comment section, you'll drop there, William Ruto must go. Ruto must go. Now, there's someone by the name Fadili Jamu, best man. Please, I said my number is here in the comment section. I'm not in the comment section, but on the screen, 0740506234. You just send me the word join on WhatsApp, and then I'll send you the link. I posted once here at the comment section, and what I saw I cannot forget. I wish you could just text me on WhatsApp. My number is just here, and then I give you the link. Mukwabu anasoma comments. I'm reading them. I think we are done. We have read the comments. Let's give them around 5 minutes to see whether they can come on board and give their views. But in the meantime, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate that you guys took your time to come and participate with me here on this particular platform. Share to the people of Kenya your thoughts in relation to the Azimio Coalition Party. And then to my friend Ben, thank you so much. You're the first analyst to join me on this particular show. for the second day now. May God bless you for that. Bella, our Iron Lady, never misses. Up to late night.
But I'm really sorry. Today, I wish ningekuja mapema, but I'm sorry just because of some unavoidable circumstances. But next time, same place, same time.
It's understood, but don't say sorry because we know you. Whenever you are capable of being here earliest, you do.
Yeah.
So when you don't, without an apology, KK knows that there could be something that could not allow you. KK is KK is in charge of this show.
I know.
KK is in charge of this show, so as the person in charge, we have to report to him. So he knows.
Serikali.
He knows. Now I think acha nimtumie link mmoja tupate maoni yake. Tupate maoni yake nikimaliza show ya leo. Not this one. That's a YouTube one. Not this one. Sorry. Let me send you the real one. Yeah. Let me copy this one I sent to Podium 254. It's really complicating here.
Ambia Podium asipotee sana.
Alienda US.
Acha.
Alienda US. When he comes back, I know he'll join us on the platform. So I've sent you the link. The person with the number starting with 0100, please check the comment section. I'm waiting for you to join us, and then you give your insights as we close the show. Take the second link. The first one is for YouTube. Kindly take the second link. That is the one that we use here. So Podium 254 alienda US. Akirudi tutamadmit.
Mwambia zirudi hapa Kenya kuna shida mingi sana.
Vitu vingi zimebadilika. This guy has become two-term.
Bereza shida.
Ati nini?
KK anakuwa na shida mingi.
Wait.
Unajua lazima tukukaribishe.
Ati Podium 254 ameingia two-term.
Ameingia two-term.
Hapa.
Isikia KK, unajua KK ilikupita.
Ati ameingia two-term.
Imagine.
Mongo.
Mbona kwa hiyo?
Hayuko kwa hiyo, umesema kwa US. Si alikuwa
anapiga hesabu akisema nikienda kwa show, wewe uko na watu wa US hapa jana.
Watu wa US lakini wako two-term, wako one-term.
Moko is lying. Podium 254 is in that two-term.
Moko is lying. He's lying.
Podium 254 is in two-term. Alipiga hesabu akikuja hapa keke yako Bella kulimwa wezani.
With all that, let me say that Bella is very fit to be the Secretary General of ODM.
Very fit.
Am I fit to replace Honorable Me?
I can agree with Mopua 100%. Bella is an iron lady. It is very rare to find a woman of that substance in politics. And very eloquent.
Thank you.
So congratulations.
Thank you so much, Ben. Much appreciated.
Thank you. And also let me say bye.
Nisawa. Enjoy your night.
Same to you all, guys. Bye.
Okay.
Thank you so
much. Thank you. So I was waiting for this gentleman to join us, but I'm not seeing. Meanwhile, I'm seeing David Dirangu Wanjohi. David Dirangu Wanjohi. Could this guy be that guy from Olkalau?
Councillor Wanjohi, ama nani?
Councillor Wanjohi.
Anaweza kuwa.
I hope he's the one, but anyway, even if it's not the one, he's saying that Mr. Fred Matiang'i, it is Dr. Fred Matiang'i, Jubilee. Bella, bring some from your side. Dr. Fred Matiang'i, Jubilee Party candidate.
Yeah, anasema Mr. Fred Matiang'i is the Jubilee Party candidate. So sijui kama anasema like yeye ndiye atakuwa flag bearer or I don't know.
Aya. Then we have another comment from Jeremiah Murini. Kalonzo is the best. He can be trusted by Luos. He has been with Rao for decades since he was with Kibaki Vice. He has much love from the Mount Kenya region. Then Akamba is never a thief. Now let me ask Akamba is never a thief. So, but I hear Akambas are very faithful. Except Majenzi was squeezed. Now, KK, do the people of Mount Kenya love Kalonzo?
They don't have a problem with Kalonzo. Hao ndio wanakuanga na shida na watu wa Mount Kenya. By the way, truth to be told, yeah? And I don't know where it started. I'm over so many years, and when I was growing up, cows were like our brothers. True. Kabisa. So when miaka ilisonga political something to do land, I don't know if it's political ama ni wivu, kwa sababu kuna kawivu. Sitaki kurudi kwa Bible because I don't know so much about Bible, but I don't know where we distanced. Tulikuja tukapoteana na Wakamba. Hiyo ni kitu nimekuja tuma realization wakati niona wamepatia Raila kura. It was a joke for the first time. The second time again it was a joke. The third time ndio tulikaa tukajiuliza, ai. Yeah, true. Wacha tuongee ukweli, si ni organic.
Hii ni organic show.
Kawivu kanatembea. No wonder our country is messed up. Kawivu ndio kanatembea. Kawivu ndio ukabila. Kawivu ndio kila kitu.
Fadhili kindly once again try to get to stage. The format in which you have applied is it's having a problem. It cannot be accepted on the screen. Toka alafu urudi tena, ama acha nikutoa alafu urudi tena. Hata kutoa ni ngumu.
David Ndirangu amesema Matiang'i is the best. The Jubilee Party is the best. Jubilee Party candidate is the best. Amecomment hivyo.
The people of Kalonzo, they can write and let them talk. Hakuna mwenye anaongea. Kalonzo is just a coward, big of coward. Okay. Myself, Matiang'i is the best. That's Simon Changera is the best presidential candidate because right now, what we are seeing in Kenya is unwanted. Okay. Wanting. Why did you? Okay, sir. Then we have Maurice Odhiambo is saying, get this from me. It should be Sifuna and Ndindi Nyoro. That's another good combination.
Unajua KK, me I bank on you. Wewe ulisema Mount Kenya hawataki kura. Ama mmebadilika mta produce either DP or presidential candidate. Unajua wewe ndio uko kwa ground. Unafaa kutuambia kama mind tumebadilisha.
Maurice Odhiambo, the best way can let you in.
Not, at the moment, nothing. But
Maurice Odhiambo kindly
kiendelea hivyo kutatoka.
Maurice Odhiambo kindly send me the word join on my WhatsApp. The number is 0740506234 and I'll send you the link. Inspectors try to join. Let me see whether this format will accept. Mmekataa bado. There's something that is doing wrong. There's some aspect ambayo haja include. Fungua video alafu zime. Usitume ikiwa audio peke yake.
Bella.
Ebu try up in
Yes.
the video. I'm trying to admit you in, but it is not accepting. There's something that is lacking from your steps. Maurice Odiambo, the best you can do, just send me the word join on WhatsApp. I'll send you the link immediately. And then we have Jeremiah Murima is saying, Kamba belonged to Gema. Gikoyo, Embu, Meru, Kamba. What made people ignore Kalonzo was Raila. Now Raila is no more. And what made Kalonzo ignore Mlima?
I would
Kalonzo
want
did
to
not.
know. I would also want to know from the comments. Kama kuna mtu ananijibu huyu anaweza nisaidia sana.
Nani alituapisha kuvotia Uhuru? You know, Matiang'i has a right to come and ask for votes in Mount Kenya.
Kabisa.
He stood with Uhuru Kenyatta in 2013. When William Ruto ran from him, Matiang'i stood with Uhuru Kenyatta. When Uhuru needed someone to fix education after Kaimenya had failed, Matiang'i was there.
Wakati alitoka na deputy president wake, Matiang'i was
when
like,
Joseph Ole Nkaiserry died and Uhuru Kenyatta needed someone to beat the Al-Shabaab, their heads badly, it is Matiang'i who came in. So Matiang'i has worked with the people of Mount Kenya.
Proper.
Proper. So Matiang'i is more entitled to Mount Kenya than Kalonzo. But Kalonzo is more entitled to Luo Nyanza than Matiang'i.
Na umemtema kama makohozi.
No, Kalonzo amejitema from Luo Nyanza. Who stops Kalonzo from going for the votes there? Who stops Kalonzo?
Kama wametoa Sifuna, kwani Kalonzo ni nani?
Kalonzo,
the reason why, I think the reason why the Luo Nyanza waliona they cannot support Kalonzo from the few people that have interacted from Luo Nyanza, it's because of the affiliation of Kalonzo with Rigathi Gachagua. So they believe a friend to your enemy is your enemy, you know?
No, it's Kalonzo has never been there. Wamkataza wamwambie don't want you. Kalonzo has kept off. It is like it's a fence. He cannot go through.
Sasa Sifuna alifanyia nini watu wa Luo Nyanza? Aliwafanyia nini? Aliwafanyia nini? Hakuna. Watu tabia mbaya. Tabia mbaya.
Haya. Now the comment section actually Kalonzo and Sifuna. Kalonzo for president. I mean Sifuna for president, Kalonzo the running mate. How about that combination?
Kalonzo and who?
Sifuna. Kalonzo the deputy.
Wishful thinking.
Hapa iko hivyo. Sifuna president, then Methu or Ndindi Nyoro deputy.
Hapo inaweza.
One thing I know, Mount Kenya must produce someone in the presidency. Tuache mchezo wa kudanganyana.
No, ilikuwa inaonekana ni kama like si lazima, but sasa hii inaonekana ni kama ni lazima.
Hakuna option.
Hakuna option.
I used to tell you that last year. You were saying, oh no,
because we knew probably tulikuwa naangalia wale watu wako pale mbele wamekuwa chained, like they're responsible but they're not responsible. That is a problem.
We have gone for almost 2 hours. Nobody again expect to join him or her to join us right now because we've exhausted most of the things we were supposed to say. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much, Bella. I really appreciate. We are now heading to, actually it is past 12. Jesus Christ. Keki asante. For those who are watching us from home, may God bless you so much. Today the comment section has been really engaging. Thank you so much. God bless you all. Please keep coming every day. We are going to have these shows from Monday to Friday. Then on Saturday, we'll see whether we can still have them. But from Monday to Friday, it's guaranteed that you're going to be live. Actually, we are live at Mukwa Times, Usi version, Mukwa Times English version, and of course, Cyprian TV. Such an amazing platform. Ndindi Nyoro mtoe kwa mdomo yenu. You guys, I'm tagging Ndindi Nyoro. Ndindi Nyoro ako sawa keke.
Huyo utamweka chini ya kitanda na tumzige kwa kaburi la sahau.
Hebu mwacha afikiria ako sawa.
Najua mimi I don't understand some people because mambo ya mlima ni ngumu. Ni ngumu sana. Kuna watu wawili naonea huruma sana. Mtu kama huyu wa gavana Kiambu nani wa Matangi.
Ameanzisha party.
Huyo anaenda. Wamonyoro huyo ni one tap. Tunangoja tu kuona tu Wamonyoro tu. Ujinga yake tu. Kama atasimama president ama atafungua chama, he's done and dusted.
Okay.
Simple.
All right. Good night, guys.
Good night.
Let's end the show. It's been 2 hours. Thank you so much for those who've been watching us from home. God bless you. See you next time for the same insightful engagements at Mukwa Time. This is the organic show, and this becomes the end of the show.